phosphorus is an essential nutrient. It's a nutrient for plants, animals, and human beings as well. We need phosphorus in our food, and the plants need it to find it from the soil. There is no cell on the planet Earth that can live without phosphorus. And yet at the same time, it's very limited in its supply on the planet Earth. We're using it up as fast as we've ever used it before. Probably we'll reach a peak usage of phosphorus in the year 2034 by best estimates, and at that point the amount of phosphorus that we can apply will decline simply because the world phosphorus supplies will not be sufficient. We treat phosphorus industrially at great cost in order to make it available to plants. And then, once we use it on the farm, we ship the products to the cities. We consume it either as plants or animal products, and then we flush it down the toilet. It's then collected in the wastewater treatment plants, and now it's very diluted, virtually no value left to it at all, and we dispose of it as sewage sludge on our fields. Now, what we end up doing with our phosphorus in the sewage treatment plant is produce it in a way that it just ends up in the biosolids or the sewage sludge. In order to recover this, we not only fill this tank and hold it for about 2 days, but then we take this material, the sludge that is now turned into a relatively acid material, and we then pump it into the next phase. Feeding into this pump will be the sludge that we produce from the acid digester. Also coming into this pump will be lime. The combination of sewage sludge and lime enters this fluidized bed reactor and starts to well up in several different segments of tubing. The particles are getting larger and larger as they sit in the reactor, and finally, when they've aggregated enough, they will fall into this collection vessel. It's in here that we will be collecting the calcium phosphate in the largest particles that have had a chance to form in this fluidized bed reactor. If we don't recycle that phosphorus and extend the existing supply, agriculture will necessarily decline. Our yields will ultimately drop. There'll be portions of the world that will never develop agriculturally simply because they haven't had enough phosphorus on their soils to make their productivity rise. That's a ticket to guaranteed starvation. When it comes to this phosphorus, it's infinitely recyclable if we can only find a cheap process that recycles it. That's what we're doing.